So, welcome once again. So, in this lecture, I will discuss on complex analysis. So, already I take 3 to 4 lectures on complex analysis, but I already covered 4 to 5 questions in all the lectures up to Cauchy Decius theorem, but 2 questions left. Okay, 2 questions left, which actually it is important for exam purposes. That's why I would like to go through it. So, see, and this question is also interesting. Okay, this question is also interesting. So the question is, it is on the part of minus infinity to infinity question. The part of minus infinity to infinity question. So it is the Cauchy-Decius theorem. Cauchy-Decius theorem. The question based on Cauchy-Decius theorem of complex analysis. Okay, is it visible? Let me check. Whether it is visible. So the first question here is integration 0 to infinity dx upon 1 plus x square to the power 3. Okay. So first of all, pause the video and try to do. Okay. Try to do. Okay. How will you go through this question? Okay. So see, in class 12 in different integration, we already discussed that one formula here. That is in class 12 different integration property, that is minus a to a f of x dx is equals to, if it is even function, it will be 0 to a to f of x dx. Then we already know. So to 0 to a f of x dx is equals to integration minus a to a f of x dx. And if you take 2 here, it will be 1 by 2. Then here it will be 1 by 2. So 0 to a is equals to f of x dx is equals to minus half a minus a to half minus a to f of x dx. Then, so now this question is equals to minus infinity to infinity. I'm just simplifying by this property. This property will be dx upon 1 plus x square to the power 3. And you already know that by CR equation, okay, you already know by CR equation, that is it is for half contour, isn't it? You already know. We already know this. There is minus R2R plus iota minus iota, and with CR, y prime, x prime, and x. It is a half contour. You already know. So by this question, the formula is contour of f of z dz is equals to integration minus R to R f of x dx plus CR f z dz. Isn't it? We already know it is a Cauchy-Decius theorem of integration. So now here compare this equation, compare this equation. So it will be C fz will be dz upon 1 plus z square whole to the power 3, and half into here is equals to half minus R2R dx upon 1 plus x square to the power 4 to the power 3 plus integration CR 1 by 2 is there, it will be dx upon 1 plus x square to the power 4 to the power 3. Isn't it? Here we go. 3. Now see, if we take this R2R, extend this R2R to infinity, if we take R2R to infinity, then this R, that is this contour, this half contour, will lie in this x-axis, isn't it? If you extend this in such a way, then R2R extend with minus infinity to infinity, that is okay. So see here, if it is minus R2R, isn't it? If minus R2R is extended to infinity, it is infinity to infinity, infinity to infinity, infinity to infinity, then it will be this CR equation will lie in x-axis, isn't it? This CR equation is lying in x-axis only. Axis only, isn't it? So CR will become what? CR will become 0. So it will be half contour dz upon 1 plus z square to the power 3 equals to half minus R2R dx upon 1 plus x square to the power 3. It will become what? It will become 0. Already know. And if you extend it and infinity to infinity, I'm just extending with infinity to infinity. Okay, limiting and extend with infinity to infinity, it will become 0. R2R became, if you take go through it will be CR is equals to 0. Then it's equals to 0. So see, now if you simplify this, this integration, then you get this integration. Right? If you simplify this, then you get this integration. Right? Yes. So see, now integration of C 1 by 2 dz upon 1 plus z square plus 1 cube will be written. I would like to write this is integration in such a way that it's dz upon z plus iota to z minus iota to the power 3 whole to the power 3, which is equals to half integration dz upon z plus iota to the power 3 z minus iota to the power 3. Isn't it? So now see, will be half C will be dz upon z plus iota to the power 3 and z minus iota to the power 3. So here by the Cauchy's theorem, Cauchy's theorem, we have to find the residue, isn't it? So see, it will be z cube plus, if you simplify this equation, and you also need to know that is the contour which here and is minus R2R plus iota minus iota to 0. Then it will be CR, equation will be CR. Is it visible? Yes, it will be visible. So see here, so we need to take the positive iota because negative iota will be in the outside of contour. It will be outside of contour. So we know that if the roots will be in outside of contour, then there will be no place in Aristotle's theorem. Then we already discussed in the previous lecture that the roots we need to take, it will be in inside the contour. Outside of the contour, roots will be rejected. It will be z plus iota, then it will be inside the contour. Otherwise, this z minus iota is clearly stable. That is z minus iota. It is in it is minus iota. That will be in this position. It will be rejected. Okay, it will be rejected. So see now, under z plus iota, isn't it? So if you go through it, then you see that the if you simplify this, then you see that the value of z is equals to z upon z plus iota, and sorry, will be I need to go through the residue, isn't it? So z, the value of z will be, the value of z will be plus minus iota. Okay, but here see it is 2 to the power 3, and this is not a pole of order 1, it is a pole of order 3, isn't it? For this, we need to know the theorem of find the residue. To find the residue, there is theorem also. So R1 is equals to limit z tends to a z 1 upon, it is a for order pole of order 2, and there is also I already published video on residue theorem, how to find the residue of the equation, how to find the residue of the equation. So I already published the video in YouTube on YouTube, so you may check it out from here. And now I'm just discussing because it is needed me to do this portion. That's why I'm just describing this formula, it will be n minus 1 factorial, n minus 1 factorial, okay? D dz upon n minus 1, n minus 1, z, sorry, it will be z minus a, okay, to the power n, f of z, okay, of z. So the R1 will be equals to limit z tends to iota to be 1 upon 3 minus 2 to 2 factorial. It is just n minus 1, so n is what 3 to n minus 1 will be 2 minus 3 minus 1 will be 2 factorial d upon dz n minus 1, that is n minus square, it is a second order derivative, okay, second order derivative, z minus iota to the power 3, that is z minus a, so it will be z minus iota to the power 3, and here we get f of z will be equals to what? 1 upon z plus iota to the power 3, z minus iota to the power 3. So z minus iota to the power 3, z minus iota to the power 3 cancel from here. Then you see that there is a limit R1 is z tends to iota 1 plus 2 factorial d2 dz2, that is the second order derivative of z plus iota to the power 3. So R1 is equals to limit z tends to iota, 2 factorial with 2, and here it will be z plus iota to the power minus 3 d2 on this z2. So R1 is equals to limit z tends to limit z tends to iota 1 by 2. So here it will be minus 3, okay? It will be minus 3, and it will be z plus iota to the power minus 3 minus 1 will be minus 4, and here and again the differentiation, I already take the first differentiation here, and you need to take the second differentiation also. So after taking the second differentiation, it will be limit z plus minus z tends to iota, it will be minus 3 by 2 into d upon dz z plus iota to the power minus 4, and from here you see limit R1 is equal to limit z tends to iota minus 3 by 2 will be minus 4 will be 12, it will be 12, isn't it? Minus and minus will be 12 by 2 into it will be z plus iota to the power minus 4 minus 1 will be minus 5, so it will be 2 figure 12, it will be R1 is equals to limit z tends to iota 6 upon z plus iota to the power 5, okay. After putting the limit, you will see that after if you put the limit, then it will be 6 upon 2 iota to the power 5, okay? Which is equals to 6 upon to the power 5 will be 32 into iota, because iota to the power 4 is equals to 1, so iota to the power 5, iota to the power 5 is equals to iota only, isn't it? Iota to the power 5 is equals to iota, so it is a basic indices 4 plus 1 5, will be iota to the power 5 is equals to 1, sorry, to the iota. So see, from here we get R1 is equals to 6 plus 6 by 32 iota, 6 by 32 iota. Okay, now by the Cauchy-Residues theorem, we already know that by Cauchy-Residues theorem will be half by Cauchy's theorem, Cauchy-Residues theorem will be Cauchy-Residues theorem will be 2 pi iota r plus the sum of the residues some residues. So it will be 2 pi iota into the sum of the residues will be 6 upon 32 by iota, 6 upon 32 iota, iota cancel from here, and it will be 2 here, isn't 2 is here, it will be 16, isn't it? 16, 6 pi divided by 16, it will be pi by 3 pi by 8, 3 pi by 8, isn't it? It will be 3 pi by 8, 3 pi by 8. So I'm just writing it here. We are just writing it here. So we get the integration, without integration of 0 to infinity. Okay, it will be get in 0 to infinity. It will be minus half minus sorry half minus infinity to infinity dx upon 1 plus x cube 1 plus x square to the power 3 to the power 3 is equals to the power 3. This is coming. Yes. So it will be 3 pi by 8, 3 pi by 8. So the question is 0 to infinity dx upon 1 plus x square 3. It will be what? It will be to multiply with 2. Sorry. Okay. So this question will be this will be equals to 0. So it will be 0 to infinity dx upon 1 plus x square to the power 3 is equals to. So okay, we got this. Okay, we get the answer here. You get the answer here. So here it will be what? So 0 to infinity will be half minus infinity to infinity x upon 1 upon x 1 upon 1 x square to the power 3. So it will be 0 to infinity is equal to x upon 1 plus x square to the power 3 is equals to half into 3 pi by 8. Then it will be 3 pi by 16 will be the right answer of this question. Okay. It is also right. It is also right, but here it is half. We need to multiply with half also. Let's say I just multiply with half. Because 0 to infinity is the property we already know in class 12. That's why I have to multiply with half. So multiply with half, we will get 3 pi by 16. Okay, 3 pi by 16. Is it clear to everybody?